what I'm doing is I'm creating a road. R, we call it as a rigid wall, R wall. So that is here in the analysis, you have the rigid wall. So I want to just keep it in a proper view. Okay. So let the name be maybe road, something like that. So this size has nothing to do with the size of wall what it creates. It is just for the visibility, how you view it in the hypermesh. So I'll just keep a larger value, maybe 1000, and I will say, and you can even select the color of a rigid wall, maybe this, create, and after that I'll come to geometry and I'll specify where that R wall should come, and also you have to select a normal direction which should be opposite direction of the nodes which will try to move. So here, because of the gravity load, my entire car will try to move in the negative z. So my vector has to be towards positive z. So that is what I have selected here, normal vector. And I just want to review and see this. Okay, I have selected. And one more thing which I forgot to mention was the shape of the rigid wall. So here I am just selecting, I am just creating an infinite plane, infinite road. You have different options as well. You can create a maybe cylindrical, spherical, or a regular parallel infinite wall as well. Here I am creating an infinite rigid wall. Okay, so the node what I picked, the coordinate systems of those is already selected. So I will say update. Okay, I think I pressed create. Okay, so it is created, and now geometry, the place node, update, and now review. Okay. When I created it earlier, I think it didn't got created. So when I did it second time, it got created. Now you can see it has created a rigid wall, and normally it's facing towards the positive z direction. So this is what we want. Don't go with the size of this. This is just an infinite rigid plane. Fine. And now I have to add the nodes by collector, select, add, review. So now what I'm telling is these are the nodes which are not allowed to get inside this R1. There is no need to specify the entire vehicle. If the wheels doesn't move, obviously the car doesn't move in the negative z direction. This being a continuous assembly. Okay, so I have created a R1 which will act as a road for me. I have different options in the R1 as well, like you can make this R wall to move as well. Sometimes by using a R wall we create the barrier, a moving barrier maybe. So I'll create a vertical barrier and I'll give velocity to that vertical barrier, whereas the car will be locked and it will be held stationary. So that is also a type of impact for if you have such type of application. And also in the card you can enter the friction between the road and tire in this case. I'm not doing that, but if you have any requirement, you can enter the friction as well. Okay, so we created the R wall. Okay, now the car is moving in this direction, so I expect some barrier here, and I don't have any barrier as such as of now. So I want to bring a barrier. So I just bought a very small barrier here. So as of now, let me see what property, what material it is having. So property, it is just having a 1.2 mm thickness. Okay, that is fine. And material, as of now it doesn't have any material. So let me just define elastic material. My objective is to make it as a rigid fixed barrier. So as of now it is not rigid, it doesn't have any first thing, it doesn't have any material, so I have to give the material so that that component or that part becomes complete. Update this component with material, maybe elastic one. So this is just it is having a simple steel property. So update. Now the part definition is complete. It means it has the property, it has the material. Now the next activity is to make it rigid. So for that I'm again going 1D rigids. So I'll select all the nodes, create. So I made it as rigid now. My next activity is to make it as a fixed barrier. So for that I have to apply a boundary condition on this. So I'll again come to, I'll switch off this. I'll again come to tools, BC manager. So BC, so it is in node, select that, Y, Z, create. So I just created a boundary condition. So now it will become a fixed rigid barrier. Okay, after creating the barrier, now it is important to create a contact between these two. So here also, as you can see, like barrier is much away from the vehicle. So when I start my simulation, the vehicle will move from here to here, and that time is just a waste of computation time. So we don't do that. Do like this normally. We bring the impactor very near, so that we can save some computation. I have kept it forward so that I have kept it away so that you can see it properly. Now I'll create one more contact. So this I will do it fast, as I have already created the contact, and you know how to create the contacts. So it is type 7 again. So for the master surface, again it is contact surface, edit, maybe barrier, surface segment, elements by collector, sorry, select, create, return, and for the slaves, edit, car, nodes by collector, this, and it may also come in contact with this, select, and I will clear some of the nodes. So that the contact is clean. Fine. Create, return, update, review. See, now the mistake what it happened was, after creating the master contact surface, I forgot to update it, so it is not showing the master. So I'll again go to this. I'll pick up a barrier, select, update, review. So now you can see master. So you have to ensure like you will see both both master and slave entities. I'll go to card image, edit. So this, I know both are of 1.2 mm thickness, so gap minimum I'll give it as 1.2, but they are much away. That is okay. So I'll give 1.2 and I'll use enact 6. What happened to my parameters? I'll just come back again and say edit. Enact is 6 and friction may be 0.2 and iForm is 2. So I can create a contact between this and this. Okay, so now that activity is over.